Yes, y'all. That is Alpha Omega right there. Prevail and Neff. Killing it lyrically. And we've got Prevail on the phone with us right now. What's good, brother?
What's up, brother, man?
Very good, very good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm hyped. Just, halfway through folding laundry and all that good stuff before we start hitting the road for the concept tour.
Nice. Ready to take off.
Bro, can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit.
Nice. Yes, I'm excited. You're about to hit the road. What's it feel like now that the project's ready to go and you've got all these dates and you're ready to hit the road? What's it feeling like right now?
Well, first of all, I got to thank you for taking some of the dates and filling some of the venue spots for us. You know, it's always love, brother. It's always fam. So thank you.
No problem.
We're excited. Look, I've been doing this. You know, I've been doing this for quite a number of years now, and to have a new project and something that I've been working on with my family. You know, Neff being my actual nephew, of course, we have that bond, we have that brotherhood, we have that friendship, and now that we get to do something on a creative level, it was so nice not to have to force anything, and it just came naturally as he's becoming a really, really powerful MC and developing his voice and understanding of how the game goes and the writing sequences and beats and everything, rapping over different styles of beats. It's been really illuminating for me to almost go back to the drawing board in a way. I've obviously been honing my skill set for years and years now, but it's been great to press the reset button and sort of have a breath of fresh air. So I can't wait for people to see it, to hear it, and absorb it.
Definitely. Well, you've been putting in work for time. For people that don't know out there, you've been a member of Swola Members, the most recognizable and one of the deadliest rap crews in Canada for a long time, and now to see you branch out and obviously you've been doing some solo music your whole career, always putting out different discs here and there, but now you've got this passionate project that you can work on with your family member. That's really, really tight. One thing I wanted to ask you, you've got this title, like this group name, Alpha Omega. What is kind of the inspiration behind that? What created the name and the inspiration for the kind of sound that you guys are making?
Well, it's interesting because with me having I've been rapping since I was 14. I just turned 40, so 25, 26 years in the game, but really 20 years in the game. 5 years of developing and figuring out, do I want to be in the game, and then 20 years of actually being in the game. So for me, it's always interchangeable. I think I could be the alpha, and I don't mean the alpha male, but in the alpha omega side of things, because I started first and I'm passing the mantle to Neff. I could be the alpha because I've been in it a while, and he's the omega because he's carrying the torch throughout the rest of the journey. But in some ways, because I'm in the twilight of my career, I'm the omega and he's the new buck, so he's the alpha. So on any given day, on any given track, we're able to switch that energy. And there's been times when I've seen him take the lead on a track and I've thought, man, I didn't really see the map. I really needed to see what could happen over this beat, the potential lyrically, approach and style-wise, and he was able to show me that, and then vice versa, and the same with the chorus and hook writing. We've been very interchangeable in those mediums, and I found it's been very, very effective and hugely rewarding.
Dope. I love the chemistry that's coming out right now, especially with like the back and forth stuff. You can tell that you guys are like you're in the creation mode together. It's not like a random project that you work on with another MC where you're like, I'll just send you my track with the hook on it. Right. You drop your verse down on it, and we'll throw it on the album. This is like you guys are in the studio together, obviously crafting these bars, like kind of playing off each other and stuff like that. What's that kind of like the energy in the studio with you guys?
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, we record with Jay Thorne from Indelible out at his studio, Paranoid, and it's a bit of a trek. It takes us a minute to get out there, but you know what I love about it? We get out there and we lock the doors, and there's no distractions. I mean, we're in the studio, we're in there, and okay, we go for lunch or whatever, but we're in there and we're in creative mode. And sometimes Neff will have 3 rhymes written, ready to go. Sometimes I'll have 3 rhymes written, ready to go. But most often, we just jam out in the studio. We both write fairly quickly. I've always loved being able just to capture the moment. And I think that when you do that, you get this fresh, real energy that it almost sounds odd to say, but I used to always be in the beginning days with Balance and all the first Swollen records. I really didn't like going in the studio and not having my lyrics memorized. But to be able to go in now, and I'm at the point, I'm comfortable enough with it that I can go in and write right on the spot and really capture that energy in that moment, especially if Neff has just stepped out of the booth and that energy's flowing around the room. I've been able to really capitalize on it, and I think vice versa for him. So it's been awesome, and it's been honest, which is great.
Yeah, no, I feel that 100%. I need to get back to the roots of that myself, because I feel, even when I first started rhyming, we used to do a lot of those tracks just getting together with your buddies and stuff. You just write over a beat, you'd hop in the booth, you'd record it, and that energy, like you're saying, like each person walking in and out of the booth, the energy, it's electric, it's in the air, you can feel it, it's tangible, and like you feed off of that. So, and the energy's right there in the songs. I think I need to do that a lot more often now.
I feel you, brother. And hey, you know, when you're getting a great studio to record in, and you've got great engineer around you, like Jay Thorne is. He's just, I mean, I've never seen besides I literally, him, Rob Viking, Alchemist, Evidence are the four producers / engineers that I have seen work on that Pro Tools thing like it's a calculator. It still dumbfounds me. It's beyond my comprehension level. But to see masters like that just go in, and it's beautiful because they are able to capture that energy, and not only capture it, they're able to guide that energy and help you. The lovely thing about sitting on the other side of the recording booth is you hear things that the person in the booth doesn't necessarily hear.
Yeah.
So you get that guidance, and it's just, you don't even realize that you need it, you know, until someone says, why don't you try it more like this? And then it clicks to you, yeah, that's it, okay, let's go. And there, it's not, give me 5 minutes, I got to reset something. You say, let's go, let's get it. And it's boom, the mic is on again, and you're ready to go. That space bar is pressed, and you're recording back live. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you 100%. It's crazy you're saying this, because, like, for the longest time, like, I have my studio here in Guelph, and I record, like, pretty much all of my stuff by myself. I don't ever have an engineer in there. I'm my own engineer, and I do all my mixing after. And for one time, like, I was out on the East Coast for this tour, and I got a chance to sit in the studio with Classified, and we worked on a record together. And like, he's a genius. Like, I'm writing my stuff, I show it to him, and he's just like, okay, boom, this is it. And then he steps up on his keyboard, starts adding more keys into it, hitting his drum machine, adding more stuff, hitting the computer, arranging things differently. Then he's just like, yeah, hop in the booth, and then doing that thing, like you said, kind of coaching you and saying different things that you don't really notice and pick up on when you're in there just recording it in the moment. But then having that other person on the outside, and somebody that's, you know, at the level that he's at, it was a great experience, and something that I want to try and recreate a bunch more times with more people around here.
Word, no doubt. And while we're on the topic, shout out to Class, man.
Yes,
shout out to Class, dude. He's a great guy, great guy, man. He's come to a number of shows and vice versa. We always try to support him if we happen to see that the schedules are crossing over. We always go check out each other's shows. He's just a real stand-up gentleman, and obviously super, super talented.
Word up. People go and cop the new album or pre-order it. Grateful, it's coming out soon. He's going to be touring across Canada as well, so go and check that out. But you guys are about to hit the road. You guys are gearing up to do some dates. You've got all the mountain cities on lock. Whereabouts are you guys kicking it off?
So we start tomorrow in Cranbrook, then we do Edmonton, Calgary. Actually, it's interesting because we play Cranbrook, we play the Edmonton show. In the morning, I'm flying back to Vancouver. I'm doing a TEDx talk this year.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, congratulations. That's huge, man. I love watching TEDx stuff, and especially them reaching out and having members of the hip-hop community on there. That's gold. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah, what's kind of like the basis of the talk?
So the conference this year it's about social ID, so it's called ID. So I can't obviously give too much away before the piece, but I wrote a poetic device called Pandora's Box. and I don't know if I can say much more than that, but I'll definitely, Robbie, I'll make sure that I hit you with the link for when it's done, and we'll see. But I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really proud of the piece, and hopefully it has as much impact as I think it can.
Awesome. That's wicked, man. Congratulations. That's big. Big.
Word.
Making big things. And I know you were a part when I was out there in Vancouver. You had that big gala event that was out there. Can you talk a little bit about what that was about and your involvement in it?
Yeah, so I've been really, really blessed, man, and as an ambassador for Music Heals. So we're a charity that we're going into our third year. This was the second annual gala. Year one, we just really were trying to figure out what's going on. But we basically raise money to enable music therapists to provide more hours for their patients. And this goes from every facility from Children's Hospital to Dr. Peter AIDS Foundation to at-risk youth to women's and children's shelters escaping domestic violence. And these therapists go, and I'm telling you, man, it changes people's lives, and it really does heal. We all know. Think about the effect of listening to a song that you dig, and you're in the worst mood, and you put on this song, and it changes your attitude and your approach right there and then on the spot. Imagine that tenfold or 100-fold for some of these patients who really, I mean, I've seen videos so powerful and so poignant of a young lady that couldn't speak, and speech therapists and all sorts of people tried different techniques and ways to help to get her to talk. And with the music therapy, it was just as simple as just hum. Let's start humming something. And now she's speaking full sentences. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. So we had our second annual gala event, called Strike a Chord. Bro, we raised over $100,000 in one night.
Huge. Huge.
Come on, man. And I'm lucky enough to MC it every year. So this year, actually, talking about hip-hop, we had Fresh Kills.
Yeah.
Jackson, right? Came out, smashed it, surprise guest. Maestro Fresh West came out, did Backbone Slide, and then These Eyes. And then we got back on stage together with Chin and Jetty and the Lifetimes of Chin and Jetty's new band. And we did a cover of Eric B. and Rakim's Paid in Full.
Wow.
Me and Maestro, come on, side by side, flowing Rakim's lines back and forth together, man. It was a real special night. And again, at the end of the day, everyone had a blast, but we raised $100,000 for people that are in need. So it feels really good, man, to give back.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. That is amazing. I'm glad I got to talk on that topic, because that was really cool. I got a chance to see kind of the buzz in the city even about it. Like that, it was a big event, and it's crazy that it's grown to that status, and that, you know, it's a very prestigious event. You know what I mean? Lots of people come out. So congratulations on that. I know you got to go. You're in the middle of a business meeting there. I wanted to touch on just a couple more things. One thing was this booking agency that has been created out there on the West Coast. You and your partner Chris and a few of the other key members in it, Audiomatic Entertainment, as it's called. They've been putting on shows all across Canada, helped book the entire May Day tour across Canada from Strange Music, and got lots of new stuff on the plate. What can you say about the company and your involvement with it and stuff like that?
Well, Chris Nielsen, I got to give him a mass shout out and massive props and respect. So it's myself, Chris, Emotions, who you guys all know, talented MC, talented beatboxer, and just a great guy. I've literally known him since he was in junior high school, and watched his whole career rise up. We used to be in a crew together called NBA National Battle Association. So our roots go really deep. And of course, Shay and Christine, also part of the fam, and we've just been having a blast. As you said, the Mayday tour, obviously Audiomatic has booked the Alpha Omega tour. We also have Czarface. We're working on some comedian stuff. We're working on bringing in some motivational speakers. When Chris approached me about the idea of starting a tour agency, I said, what I know about touring is being in the vehicle and doing the shows. I'm not quite sure how all the logistics work and break down. He said, that's okay. all the wealth of experience that between myself and Emotions and all the business experience that Chris and Christine had from booking, and our other partner Shay, enthusiastic graduate from Nimbus Music School, where Rob Viking also teaches and Roger Swan also teaches, and Chris Brandt, who is the GM of, or I don't know if that, I'm not sure what Chris wants his title to be, but from Music Heals, we share an office space. So it's just great creative energy, and we really wanted to do something that wasn't just an underground rap music booking agency. Let's look at all these other things that we're inspired by, whether it's folk, country, rock, motivational speakers, athletes coming in and talking about their experiences and speaking to the youth about how to stay safe on the field, and all these different arenas and avenues that we're looking at. We've really grown this company to something I'm really, really proud of. It's fun. It's been really rewarding and hugely eye-opening, and allowed me to see the industry in a different light that I had yet to be privy to. Again, I was always on the talent side of things, so it's nice to see how the business model actually works and flows and can be effective.
Definitely. Yeah, well, I know from a business standpoint, you've definitely got your stuff together, because for a while you've been able to maintain your career and continue to do this in this crazy industry, which we all know you kind of need to have some sort of business savvy sense to you. And throughout the years, even having to do like tour management for Swollen Tours and all sorts of stuff like that, I'm sure you picked up things along the way. But this company is definitely a big force to be reckoned with in the industry, and it's dope that you've had a chance to be putting it together, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Brother, love it. And it, as you know, the office space is mainly we do Audiomatic meetings there, but it's Kitsilano Records. So my dear brother, my friend, and the actual founder and president of Music Heals, Dave Barnett, who I introduced the night of the gala to great applause, obviously, and well-deserved. And we become very good brothers. He's an outstanding guy, and talk about business acumen. This guy is a genius. And we were literally sitting one day, ponied up at the bar that he owns called the Regal Beagle, my local watering hole, and he came up, he said, Prev, I've finally, for 20 years, I've been wanting to start Kitsilano Records. I finally just got the name registered. I decided to pull the trigger, and I need a president. How do you feel about running a record label with me? I said, yeah, bro, are you kidding me? I'm in. So that is how the Alpha Omega project was able to, although we had songs in the bank and everything was recorded and rock and rolled, we're still putting the money together ourselves to try to figure out how to put it out. And so when Dave said, yo, Kitsilano Records, what do you think? I said, I'm in. Do you think we can put the Alpha Omega project out on the label? He said, bro, you're the president. You can do whatever you want. Which is nice, right? When you've got that sort of seamless relationship and someone who's doing it for the love and the passion of it, he's never lording over me saying, I want... this has to work or everything's gonna, it's a passion project for both of us, which is nice that neither of us are looking at it going, this has to become Def Jam Records overnight or everything's gonna be for naught. It's cool to be able just to spread your wings and figure things out as you go along and know that you've got someone backing you that genuinely cares about your best interest and has your best interest in mind. So man, I cannot wait to show you guys, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you know in the new year, you better watch out for what's coming out on Kitsilano Records. The same approach with Audiomatic. It's not just going to be rap music. I really, really want to branch out because I hugely appreciate so many different styles of music, and I think this is the perfect medium and platform for me to be able to highlight these other talented cats in the city, and especially in Kitsilano neighborhood, that I think will have a great, great time in this career and in this music industry.
Definitely. That's dope. That's good to hear. You're the president. You have your own record label, all that stuff. Like, you're set. You're set now, and I'm very excited to see what you guys got coming out. You've dropped the first single was out today, Alpha Omega, premiered on Hip Hop DX. It's out there, so people can check that out. When's the actual official release date, or is there one? Or?
Friday the 13th. So yeah, concept drops Friday the 13th. We have a video to follow up with the AO single. That's nuts. Our boy Riley McMaster is a student at Emily Carr. We were just at the editing suite last night, putting the final touches on it. And just on a side note, too, quickly, this project has been so amazing because literally from the conceptualization of the merchandise to sitting down and co-producing the record together, Neff and I, as far as not in the technical term of making the beats, but producing the record as far as, try this, okay, and this, we're going to bring the horns in here. I've never been as hands-on with it as I have been on this project. So everything from the artwork to the conceptualization to the finished product to Neff actually laying out the CD tray and making sure that we're generating the right UPC codes and all that. I mean, it's really been very intense, very labor-intensive, but very rewarding and very hands-on. We've been able to guide the artistic direction from point A to point Z, and I will never do another project without having that kind of hands-on influence because it is hugely rewarding, and at the end of the day, it's your signature on it. So if you've got an aesthetic that you stand by, it has to always not just be in the music, it has to also be in the physical packaging.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to get that physical. People bring it back to the physical. Everyone's on that digital stuff. You got to feel that physical right in your hand and that packaging.
Yeah.
Got to have it. And this one comes with a comic book, bro. 8-page comic book.
What?
Done by our homeboy Paul Lavely. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you. When you see the EP, Robbie, by the time we get out east, you see the little EP, man, you're going to be stoked.
Please bring lots of copies. I have such a hard time with artists on tour. They get over here, they start their tour on the West Coast, and by the time they hit Ontario, they're like, oh, sorry, I'm out of this, or I'm out of that, or don't have enough Please stock up a lot of merch, please, because people will want to buy it.
Got a box for you guys put aside. Don't worry, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Merch.
Yes, definitely. Awesome. Well, much respect, brother. I know you got to the meeting, so I'll let you get back to that. People, the album drops very soon, Friday the 13th. Go out, cop that, get it wherever you need to, or come out to a show in person. They're going to be all across Canada, so I'm sure you'll find a place near you that you can go to. Much respects, brother, for having this interview with us and doing it, man. Salute to you.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.